Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. The expenses of running the government have increased. That is, during the tenure of Imran Khan, the cost of running the government was 547 billion. Now that figure has increased to 892 billion, almost 900 billion. These people came into power claiming that they would reduce government expenses. They said they would cut their own spending, reduce inflation in Pakistan and improve the situation. But none of that happened. Thousands of people have been laid off from their jobs in Pakistan. People have also been removed from private companies. The government has laid off people from several departments. From the housing department, countless people have been removed. Recently, utility store employees were protesting. They too were laid off. Some departments were shut down just to lay people off and reduce expenses. Health workers in Punjab were fired in large numbers. Yet, instead of decreasing expenses, the government kept increasing them. They are laying off ordinary people, making them unemployed, making life more difficult for them, while increasing their own government spending. The expenses went from 547 billion to 892 billion, nearly 900 billion. And all this is being done by a government that allegedly came into power, claiming to feel the pain of the people. They had promised to fix everything once they were in power. Now, an additional 24 institutions are targeted for destruction and privatization. One of them is the Roosevelt Hotel in America, a prime and very valuable property owned by Pakistan International Airlines, or PIA. It can generate a lot of revenue. According to my information, some powerful mafias are behind this, with strong contacts within the Pakistani government. Some frontmen are also involved. Their goal is to acquire this expensive PIA property in a prime location in America, convert it for commercial use, and earn billions of dollars. That's their intention. This same destruction is planned for institutions like the Zarai Tarakiati Bank, IESCO, Utility Store Corporation, Discos, and so on. The current government is pushing for widespread privatization. In short, instead of reducing expenses, they increased them. Instead of reducing inflation, they worsened it. Instead of decreasing unemployment, they increased it. Instead of reducing poverty, they pushed half of Pakistan below the poverty line and wrecked the economy. Everything that should have improved has been completely destroyed. The focus is only on revenge. For example, Malik Riaz's properties are being auctioned. I have no sympathy for Malik Riaz. There are honestly so many people like him doing business in Pakistan, but have you ever thought, why is Malik Riaz being targeted now? Malik Riaz has always maintained good relations with all governments, politicians and every figure in the establishment. So what has changed that suddenly everyone has turned against him? Just like Malik Riaz, many others are doing business in Pakistan. Malik Riaz didn't have a monopoly over real estate. Many real estate businessmen are part of the government, like Alim Khan and others. Some are allies of the government. They've even blocked natural water channels and rivers, causing massive floods across Pakistan. A little rain and there's flooding everywhere, even in hospitals. Hospitals have been built over drains. Many have done this. So why is Malik Riaz being targeted and not the others? That's the real question. If this is accountability, then it should be for everyone, including DHA, the Defence Housing Authority. Accountability should also happen for what they did in DHA Multan. Decades-old mango trees producing premium quality fruit were chopped down. Entire orchards were destroyed to build DHA plots. The trees were cut, the wood sold and land converted for housing. But no one ever said a word. No inquiry was ever conducted against DHA or any other residential society. Why only against Malik Riaz? If you want to do this, do it against everyone. Go after each individual equally. What happened is that the establishment worked closely with Malik Riaz for decades. And now suddenly they've turned against him. When army generals were about to retire, Malik Riaz's CV would already be on their table. He'd offer them jobs in advance. Some even served Malik Riaz while still in service. I saw it myself in Raiwind in 2008, when the Sharif family returned to Pakistan. There were many Bahria town vehicles parked there. Malik Riaz facilitated them. He also helped the Zardari family when they returned to Pakistan. He provided vehicles, drivers and staff to these political families. They did business together with Malik Riaz. Even in Lahore, where the Ittifaq foundry used to be, the Sharif family's factory, there's now a commercial area. That land was acquired for industrial use and couldn't legally be used for commercial purposes. But still, Malik Riaz was used as a front. The Sharif family changed the land's status and built a major project there. Allegedly, they pocketed the money. The Sharif family, the Zardari family, all of them did business with Malik Riaz. In the past, they pressured him to testify against Zardari. He refused. Now they're pressuring him to testify against Imran Khan. Again, he refuses. He has a principle. I won't testify against anyone. I have relationships with everyone. And based on this refusal, the current Pakistani establishment is auctioning off his properties. Fine, go ahead. But this system will never improve unless the root problems are addressed. This is selective justice. They decide to target one person and rally everyone against him. Anyone who doesn't join in becomes the enemy. That's the mindset behind all this. And now you hear big claims that the establishment has developed a conscience about corruption. But what business do they have with corruption? Your job is security. Go and do that. The government instructs you to provide security. Do that. That's your duty. But instead, they're running businesses, getting involved in corruption cases, forming and dissolving governments. This is not the job of any army in the world. Your job is security. Do it when the government tells you to. What's happening now is that one province in Pakistan is being deliberately pushed to the wall. In Punjab, they've been given free rein to do whatever they want. A TikToker princess is in charge and creating chaos. They're doing whatever they please in Punjab. Fascism and oppression are rampant. Then they shamelessly claim that people didn't come out to protest. Try giving people permission to gather at Pakistan once. Give them a little free hand, and you'll see what happens there. How thousands will come out chanting. They've conducted thousands of raids, entered people's homes. People are so afraid they're hiding even their pillows and sleeping in mosques to avoid arrest. And these people claim no one came out? Despite being beaten, the people of Punjab have shown courage and bravery this time. The media couldn't find a single major gathering to highlight, something they could show and say, look, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf supporters have come out in large numbers. But that wasn't the plan. PTI had planned multiple small rallies and protests to keep people engaged and charged. It seems Imran Khan is preparing for a major final move, and right now he's just playing a test match with the establishment. In Punjab, the government has been given a free hand. You've seen the conditions in Sindh and Balochistan, so bad that even security forces find it difficult to travel on the ground and need heavy arrangements. Meanwhile, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is deliberately being defamed and destabilized. Even the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has said this. After the 2022 regime change, the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan was intentionally brought back into Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It has been claimed that General Bajwa himself said that if the TTP remains in KP for 3 years, PTI will be destroyed. Now the situation is getting out of control. The situation in Balochistan is also deteriorating. Dr. Amjad, a member of PTI and a bold voice, raised a question. There's a 1 million strong army and only 5,000 militants. Why can't the military control them at the borders? How are 100 to 200 armed people crossing the border together? That's a valid question. Dr. Amjad raised it in the Provincial Assembly. How are these terrorists crossing into Pakistan? If you read Murad Saeed's Twitter from June 2022 onward, you'll understand how this was all part of a design, how terrorism was deliberately reintroduced in Pakistan, and what the objective was. Now, coming to the current government, a TikToker princess, referring to the female leader in Punjab, has introduced a new electric bus and claimed it as her initiative. But newspapers had already reported on this project back in 2022, when Usman Buzdar was the chief minister. At that time, the project cost was 30 to 35% less than today. The plan was fully prepared under Usman Buzdar's government, but his tenure ended and the project was halted. Now they've picked up the same file, imported a bus and are parading it around for publicity. But the government itself is illegitimate. You weren't elected. The people never gave you the mandate to serve. So whatever you're doing is also illegitimate. And because of this fake government, the public is suffering terribly. Tell me, if a starving person is given a ride in a bus, what use is it? He'll ask for food first. People are crushed under inflation, electricity bills they can't pay, unemployment and extreme poverty. You're showing them buses while they don't have food on the table. The sugar mafia, sitting inside the government, has looted Pakistanis more than anyone. What they're doing with these buses is nothing compared to the loot in the sugar scams. They're squeezing the blood of the people and giving them a toffee, saying, "Here, this will energize you," but they've already drained the lifeblood from them. All these projects, including this one, were actually from the previous government. The Ruta project was also from Usman Buzdar's tenure. There were other such projects too. Now this government is just putting up new plaques. The housing project started by Imran Khan, for which I've received evidence from many people via videos, was stopped around 2022 to 2023. Now the same houses are being given to preferred individuals and the government is claiming credit. But such projects can't be completed overnight. These were Imran Khan's initiatives, set to complete in 2022 or 2023. A few days ago I showed you a video where a new plaque was put on top of an old one. The original plaque had Imran Khan's name and the new one bore Shahbaz Sharif's name. Someone removed the top one and showed the original underneath. This shows the reality. Now about Mian Abbas Farooq. He tweeted again, saying they still don't know the whereabouts of his brother, Mian Shehzad Farooq. A CCTV video emerged showing plainclothes and masked men brutally beating Shehzad Farooq and taking him away. Uniformed officers were also present. This is the oppression happening in Pakistan. Fascism, brutality. Can any country run like this? Even a shop can't run on such hatred, let alone a nation. And this is all being done by the Pakistani military establishment. They must understand that their narrative will no longer be blindly accepted. PTI has decided to boycott the upcoming by-elections, especially on the seats that were forcefully taken from them. They will not nominate candidates there, as it would be unjust to the rightful winners. However, Hamid Azhar will contest from his late father's seat. That's a different situation because it's a by-election due to a death, not a stolen mandate. We all know what kind of election this will be in Lahore and what the outcome will be. There's no need to explain. Now about Gaza, I talk about it often, and we all should continue to speak out. The people there are suffering terribly. Over 28,000 children are facing acute malnutrition and starvation. People are dying daily, waiting for food or dying of hunger. European countries have tried airdropping food aid, but it's inadequate. Thousands of trucks loaded with supplies are stuck because Israel won't let them in, and they have plans to fully occupy Gaza. Regarding Russia, the United States is increasing pressure. They've warned China they'll raise tariffs if it doesn't stop trading with Russia. They've told India the same and have raised tariffs up to 50% on Indian goods. India's government has now started using the slogan of true independence, the same one Imran Khan used in 2022. Moeed said, "We will make decisions in our national interest. We have to feed 1.5 billion people." India objected to the United States' decisions. But the United States is using trade as a weapon, just like Donald Trump once said. He used trade as a tool to assert dominance. Meanwhile, Pakistan is doing everything with America's approval. Even those who want to act independently likely have to go ask permission from the United States. Now the army chief is going to the United States again for a CENTCOM leadership transition. He had already visited earlier and even met with Donald Trump. Pakistan is under complete United States influence. India, however, has now done what Imran Khan tried to do in 2022. The question is, will Modi now face backlash? Will India's military interfere like Pakistan's? Will a general Bakwa emerge in India? Will there be an ISPR there starting a media war against the Modi government? No, this doesn't happen in India. It only happens in Pakistan. And that's why Pakistan is falling behind, unfortunately. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.